Hello YouTube. I am back from a long time not making video, for quite a while for not making videos, and today I'll be showing you my cathode ray tube collection. And so the first one up is a rather large one, and that would be a Dumont 5CP1A, which I'm going to presume that this was used in a 5-inch oscilloscope in the 50s. And I'm quite surprised to say that the label is still very legible. If you can read that. It is quite very large. It's identical in pinout to pretty much all the 14-pin diheptal base tubes. Only this one has a anode button. That would be at a potential of around 2,000 volts at the minimum. Here's the electron gun assembly. You can kind of see that rainbow effect there on the glass. That's what's left of the getter. Even though the getter is not really no longer visible, this tube still has a good vacuum. And this tube's still very bright. Here's the socket end, or the plug end. Almost takes up my whole entire table. Anyways, next up, on to the 3-inch variety of tubes, which I only have a few of. The first one up of the 3-inch tubes is this one. And this one is a 3DP1, which I believe was used in a thing called a J-scope. I haven't been able to find much info on that, but from a lot of what I've seen about these tubes is they were used in that application. Kind of an odd tube. It has a 14-pin diheptal socket, so it has the same pinout as the 5-inch one I have. Of course, there's a lot of information about the tube in and of itself. The only shame is that the base has a nice crack right there, if you can see that. The odd thing about this is it has a pin coming out of the center of the screen. Anyways, it's green phosphor P1. So if you have any more information on these, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Moving on. Next, we have a 3HP7. I'm going to assume that this was a some sort of radar tube. And P7 is long persistence or short persistence blue and long persistence yellow phosphors. Runs on about 8,000 volts, which I thought was kind of surprising for its size. It's only about a foot or so long. Has a 8-pin base, octal base, and has quite a small electron gun there. And there's your anode button there, where your 8,000 volts positive would go. And something I always thought was cool about P7 tubes is if you put your finger over it and you shine a bright light on it, in this case my lamp, and then you turn it out, it leaves a shadow of your finger. Kind of shows the persistence of the phosphor. Anyways, so that was a 3HP7. Again, any more information on any of these tubes for that fact, let me know in the comments below. And our last one, which is my oldest CRT, which was made in the 30s. One of the first commercially bought CRTs, which is this CRT here, which is a 913 CRT. It's a 1-inch CRT, green phosphor, has a 8-pin base, and the strangest thing about it is it's metal. It's not glass. The only part that's glass is the face. It is an RCA. The others you could plainly see that they were RCAs. This one you can't really see it, but it is right there. There's the there's where it says RCA there. This was made in the 30s for a very simple and early oscilloscope, and was the simplest oscilloscope that I had ever seen, because it's a very small oscilloscope, and it had no input amplifiers. You basically just had to feed in a signal strong enough to deflect your horizontal and vertical deflection on it. So, anyways, that was my CRT collection. I hope you enjoyed, or if you want to call it a cathode ray tube, both the same, go for the same thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.